Chica J, big up to the Burn Team family.
Hi, this is Sonali.
And this is Lee.
And you're watching Burn Team.
Hey, it's your girl Kyla, and you're watching Real Talk Live.
You can hear just saying hi. You're watching Real Talk Live.
Sandy Barbara, and you're watching Real Talk Extra.
Shamil here. Send out love to Burn Team, and you are watching Real Talk Live.
Hi everyone, my name is Kahea and you're watching Real Talk Live.
Hey, this is Abby from England, and you're watching Real Talk Live.
Yes. Good night, good evening, everyone. So it is Friday, and we're having some real talk tonight. Yes, so the topic for today is myths and facts about virginity. Right? So everybody, we are talking about virginity tonight. Right? So you could drop in the comment section what you think virginity really means. Because everybody, I think everyone has a different idea of what they think virginity is in itself. So before we head into the myths and the facts, what do you really think virginity means? So Abby, when you hear virginity, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Pure, untouched. Yeah.
Pure, untouched in all forms.
Untouched in all forms, yes.
Right, so you're thinking this is no sexual activity?
None.
None whatsoever?
None of you, no kind of hanky-panky, nothing.
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 Andy, good night.
Hi, Andy.
So Andy, tell us what you think virginity means. So everybody coming on the live, drop in the comment section, what does virginity mean to you? Right? That's what we're starting off with here. Because a lot of some person may say, well, yes, I'm still a virgin, or I'm waiting to get married, then to lose my virginity, or I'm waiting for the right person to give my virginity to. So we hear that people saying these different things. Or you should wait until you are married then to lose your virginity, these things. But when we hear virginity, do we ever think about the male counterparts, or do we just think about the female? That's the next thing. Normally when it is people hear virgin, they think about the females only, never the males. So high emphasis is placed on girls and women remaining virgins until they get married. Very high emphasis. Abby, your mom, dad ever say you have to wait until you're married then to lose your virginity? How that? They ever talk about that?
I was never told about the birds and the bees growing up, not to my recollection, no. We lived it, School.
Interesting topic, boy.
Yeah. It is. I'm talking to my kids about it.
I think Abby, she calorie counting. Andy.
Not too much more boys.
Andy.
Hey.
Andy, let them know we running. Andy, what you going on? You see, Abby beat it. What you going on? Abby had it. She calorie counting back there. Yeah. It's like a whole year. How many is that? Oh.
All right, so to Andy, it means ones who never had sex. So are we talking all types of sex, oral, anal, and vaginal penetration? Let us know if it's all three when we talking virginity, because there are some persons, because what happens is when people think about virginity, they relate it to the hymen. We'll get to that later on. That is why a lot of times that's why the emphasis is placed on the females and not the males to remain virgins.
Huh? Interesting topic. People place in the comment section. I comment a while of the thing. It's an interesting topic. So as they're coming in, place in the comment section. How was your first time? So what you want to place in the comment section? How was it having that virginity? Popping the cherry poppers. Yeah. So let's place in the
So
comment section.
that goes with the other myth
What
that
you
they say they have.
What you gonna do? So Dali on the run. Yeah. When she said long now. Yeah. So place in the comment section. We added a little vibe in the mix too. You know what I mean? So this was serious and so yeah. Abby, Chika, Sonali, make sure back here, yeah. Sonali, the camera again. Right. So place in the comment section. Yeah. How was the first time? For you? Was it, Paint a picture, Abby. Paint it.
What's that, Abby?
If I had any control over it, then it would have been something to remember. But it wasn't.
So you're saying that the first time wasn't something to remember.
Thinking
What
about
happened?
It now, I mean, it was, I wouldn't even say peer pressure. It was like, I can't even explain. But how it happened, where it happened, it wasn't something that, movie like. Thinking about
Right.
it. It was a bit
It wasn't that romantic.
No. It was a waste of time, and I should have been more educated about it.
Right.
And probably it would have go down how it's supposed to go down. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't
But it
think at
wasn't
that moment you weren't like really prepared?
Nah. It was just like,
You weren't prepared.
I know we were in a position where it could have go down, so why not? And
Right.
it did. Yeah.
And were you in your teens or you were older than your
Yeah,
teens?
I
Like what age?
I was in my teens. I was 17, 18 ish.
Okay, well, right.
Yeah.
I mean that is still like an age that some people might consider comfortable. You're making your own choice in a sense. That type of way,
Yeah.
Some persons may say, nah, hold on a little bit.
Yeah.
What is that Andy dealing with? We'll deal with in time.
Andy, let me know what's going on. We're dealing with it time. So, people, the topic is, we have put a lot of responsibilities on people when it comes to religious beliefs or in the regards to the virginity. So, a lot of religions, would covet such things. And they place a lot of emphasis on that as well. So if you don't join us, we kind of in around this way because we want to have a little fun and at the same time we want to deal with the matter. Yeah? So, Chika talked about that religious context. Do you think that people use the virginity or keep the virginity even though they may be dealing with other things just to say that they are virgins? If you understand what I'm saying? So they're dabbling in all different things, different types of things, but just not the penetration. But yet they're still saying, they claim it this virginity. So as Chika was saying in backstage, chastity.
Well, you wouldn't believe it.
Right.
I wanted to know really what is the difference between chastity and virginity because here the thing about it, they actually say in the religious context is unlawful sexual activity, meaning sex before marriage, sex with a man. So outside of marriage, that they're saying chastity is where you refrain from any unlawful sexual activity, which means no premarital, no what they say adultery or fornication.
No touching.
Fornication.
But when I saw that they say unlawful
Mm-hmm.
What really is the law? And for me, unlawful is where it is somebody is forced, somebody is raped,
Mm-hmm.
somebody is really victimized,
Right.
or an adult having sex with a minor, and we know who minors are, right?
Yeah.
Which is a child, and a big man having sex with a child. We ain't talking it because we know that while it is, let me say, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, they are still children, right? But when it is, let us say, the child reaches the young adult, at that point is 17 or 18, some of
Right.
them do have the capacity to think for themselves and give consent to engage in sexual activity, if you all know what I mean. Because at that time, you're already thinking about what subjects you want to do in school. So if you could decide what subjects you want to do in school, you can decide who you want to have sex with. Let's just be real. We are saying real talk. We want to be real here. A lot of times they'll say children making children, but as soon as I mean, some people will disagree. Some people they may not be, let us say, maybe financially stable as yet. They may not be
Right.
emotionally ready. They may not have a lot of experience. So
Correct.
hence the reason they have all these laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, I will say it is unlawful to force, because we know some of them are forced, some are groomed into engaging in any sexual activity. So when it is, they say chastity in religious is in the case of not having sex outside of marriage.
So when Rasta,
Andy, let us go to Andy.
when
And
Rasta,
Abby, to my first time, I will always remember that girl made my toes curl. Papa, yo.
Wow.
right? So this is the comment section. While we getting heavy in our topic, we try to keep it light and heavy at the same time. So if you don't join us, you could please in the comment section how was your first time. If it was interesting, frightening, I mean everybody had their own time. Right? And we're talking about virginity. And again, the religious context. People play it. It's like you're dabbling, but you're not doing a specific thing. So I would always say in my book, chastity is nothing. What them monk and them does do. Nothing. We're talking about no, as Abby does say, no hanky panky. Not even a kiss. Right? Not even a, when you say chase, no kiss, no lick, no touch, no nothing. So when we say nothing, nobody even know where your lip feel like nothing. Right? And again, we're not condemning anybody, but I think that, it have some persons who are still virgins, but, they try to use this maybe to make people believe that, hey, I don't do nothing. When, then they're dabbling too. And I think if you chase, that means if you're really saving yourself, is because the person decided to packy with, you want something long too. I not even going as far as saying marriage because people just marry and divorce. If you understand what I say, that. You can get married, right? You can get married, you can do all the right things, and maybe the man, we decide to bust out or the woman, and then what? You still have to move along with life. So I would say, if you're holding on to that, is to give it to somebody, that means yourself or whatever you're doing, to somebody who you want something substantial. I'm being decent tonight until today. I'm being decent. Chica, what do you think about that?
Well, yes, because in like my case, right? I know, of course, I would have grew up under the religious beliefs that, you need to remain a virgin until they get married. But of course, while it is they get older, you learn new things. And as Lion just said, if it is you want to have it may not necessarily be marriage, but you want a long-term relationship with that person. So yes, I would have held my virginity in very high esteem. You know what I mean? I really, and not only virginity, but chastity, like really and truly.
Yeah, because
right?
as you say chastity, we're talking about not a kiss, Abby. No French kissing in the halls, and then you say there's a virgin. or you're doing all different sorts of other things, but just not that, and then want to claim purity. If you with me, I straight I mean out. If you're saying you're pure from everything. Don't tell me you're just pure dog there and your mouth is pure and everything else is pure. But just because you didn't have that particular
Right.
act, you understand what I say, Abby? You understand?
Yes.
You know what I mean? You just didn't have that act, but everything else you did. You know what I mean? Your mouth no different, man. Other places no different. Right? So you did other things, but at the same time, you know. So please in the comment section, people, was the first time. So how was the first time? Was the first time memorable or not? And was it a good situation? I mean, well, I mean, say, Chica, you know, Chica,
Yeah, I remember my first time. I
right?
remember the clothes I had on and all on the first time.
I think with guys,
Damn.
it is the kind of you want to get it over with. In guys' perspective, it's like, hey, boy, when girls is virgin, it be like, oh, so cool. It's like, oh, everybody just be, she's a virgin, so you know, she still have this kind of, you know, but when a fella, it like when you go to school, it's a boy like, boy, I'm to you, you know. So I think in that regard, women just get more support being virgins and more honor. It's like, you know, like with that. But when it's a guy, it's like, I'm boy, you doing that? No, I'm to you, you're right now. The kind
And
of,
I see fellas giving the fellas sock, and it have
Yeah.
girls who go through that too, you know. It have girls experience that girl want to you. You
no,
should
I mean,
try it to go.
it's not with all here, but I
Yeah,
mean, with
yeah,
more
but for the guys, I mean
real,
that is all that is social, the
and
social
that's like,
norm, gender norm.
they don't tell the partners, you know, until they get us over with it. Like, let me get over with that boy. So, like, I had a lie, or let them fellas ask me, right? You know what I mean? So, it's different, it's different, it's different. When coming to that particular scenario. Yeah,
Exactly.
I
And
mean,
and why it is, and I why I think is it that, because this is what, you know, gender norm is the norm for the
guys, that
boys
have,
and the male
yeah,
is
pretty
to, you
much.
know, they will say be sexy or the promiscuous, and you know they could dabble here, they could dabble there,
They expect
and
it.
yeah, there's an expectation that boys
Well,
should
the
do that,
fathers have to turn the sheet. She can hear it.
while girls are
Fathers have
not
to turn.
expected. Girls
Yeah.
are nowhere
Listen, fathers have
expected
to
to
turn,
behave
Darby.
like that.
Fathers have to turn. They want to tell you. You go out and sleep, the sun come up and you don't understand certain things. You are kind of basic. You're glad when your son says, Daddy, I'm going to give you. But I like a girl, you know, because you're glad it's not a man.
Well, yeah, I mean that is what that is
Do what you
true.
want to be the baddest thing in here. One to the one, I'm good. We go so
That era, yeah.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, with guys, naturally. Hey, look trouble in the house. Team Sagittarius on the inside. Don't let the candy some room there and stuff.
Hi,
Candy,
Hi,
Candice.
Candy.
give us your views on virginity. We waited. Sanitize. Don't take too long.
Right? So I think that, okay, so while it is they may promote the guys, you'll go to you want, how much ever woman you want, girls you want, that is alright. And you know, guys are expected to do that so much so that some girls will feel like they need to give in to the guy. And that is, you know, social expectations. It's only now they are, you know, teaching young ladies, here what, if it is you don't want to, you don't have to. Right? Because a lot of time, because the guy may be trying to find somebody because he's trying to fit in, he may force a girl into having unwanted sex.
Manipulate, yeah.
Whether they groom or they do all sorts of things just to get, they might just literally rape the young lady because they want to fit in, and they might go and tell you, yeah, I really get through. That time they force that young lady into having sex, right? And that is not okay. Guys, if it is a girl like you, the girl like you. But you see that force is a no-no. We are not encouraging that. Just get us straight. So while it is, it might want to be, the girl's man, don't force anyone to have sex with you. Right? You might do a little sweet talk or however, but you see that force? Nah, we ain't going down that road. So who remember what their first time was like? What does virginity mean to you? That's the topic for tonight, yo. That's the topic. Andy, well, they don't say the girl had their toes curling.
I want to know what she was doing.
She had to be doing something right.
Something.
Plenty things right. So, I mean, some persons may remember their first time, some people may not. Alright, so Andy's saying, I think people no longer keep themselves. They will pretend to keep themselves. I agree with you. Yeah. So some people, yes, they pretend. They may say they're not doing anything, but yet still they are engaging in oral, anal, using toys, masturbating, and some people will say no. So let us talk about the hymen, right? That is a part of the woman's, what do you call the whole reproductive system. So it's a very thin membrane. It doesn't really cover the entire vagina, the external part of the vagina, right? Some persons it's much thinner than others. It might just be it is shaped differently. Everybody's different, right? So just as with the shape of our nose, lips, and all these different things, the hymen is different, right? And so you can't look at it and say, well, yeah, she's still a virgin, or no, or you're looking for I say pop the cherry, and people relate to the hymen as popping the cherry. So they say when it breaks, right? When the hymen break, it will bleed. Now, what happened is, it has some women, so that's why a long time, even back in the days with the Bible and the everything, all the different books, they will say if it's no bleeding, it's not virgin. So imagine a young woman who really is a virgin, right? The man ain't see no blood.
Going back
it was good. Trust me, it was good.
Andy got it.
It was a real good boy. I wonder who was that girl boy.
They call him now. They call some names.
Right? So that hymen, people let's look for that wherever breaking. And the thing about it is some persons, some females, because due to sporting activities,
right,
their hymen is already broken. Right? Yeah. So it may not be intact. Some persons some ladies have no hymen.
Yep.
So you can't use that as no virginity test. Some people say, well, let's do the virginity test. Lion, I want to know. Hey. So like guys, when it is, so I can't say how it is, guys will know if female telling the truth. Right? So Andy, so the fellas, when a girl say, I'm calling Andy, so you could drop in the comment section, fellas. Right. When a girl tell you that she's what do you expect? How do you? Huh?
What she
She say, yeah, I'm a virgin and not keeping myself, whatever. What are some of these things? What is your virgin test? Because they can't use the hymen as a virgin test. Candy saying men need to understand that, right? I guess she's talking about the hymen and stuff. Right, Candy, so Lion.
Your first time was I waited on Candy on DC.
Lion, so start with us, the virgin test. What is your virgin test?
My virgin test?
Yeah.
My nose.
What?
So let's
your nose?
Nose.
Elaborate, please, because I'm lost.
Yeah, Lion, if we asking you, you have to explain this whole thing,
Nose, but nose.
Your nose?
Yeah, it's gonna.
You're gonna smell her.
No, I would know. Listen.
What do you smell?
Listen.
What do you smell?
You see, it's a technical thing, because you know, if you ever went wine tasting, right? And you know when the wine, you swish it around, you smell it and you taste it, right? So that's how we just do when you're doing wine tasting, right? Right. So, you see, when you're around somebody, they have a natural sense. Now, my nose, Chica nose, my nose is a kind of nose, right? You have a natural scent, which is Abby, not the perfume you're putting on, not your soap, not your whatever powder, whatever it is you putting on. You have a natural scent to me, right? 9 out of 10 times, right? The human body, when it comes into contact with another human body in a certain way, the secretion does change and the scent of the female does change. You understand what I'm saying? No, I cannot explain what my nose has been telling me half the time, but nose is be right. You cannot judge with anything else because 9 out of 10 times, the young lady could be telling the truth or she could be lying. It is very hard for you to, hey, look for you. I will never buy any smell test. All the smell test fellas from the hat, right?
But wait, Lion, wait. So
We
what
have
about you
answers.
don't know me? You just met me,
Yes,
right?
no.
You just met me.
Let me
We
give you
chilling for
you
about a
listen to
week
this?
or two.
Yeah, ask my question. You see why I ask the question and then what I do. So I live between two gentlemen's houses, right? And I've shared this with Chica already. From since I'm a boy, the two houses of the harlots, right? So don't matter how much they wash down the place or they disinfect the place or anything, when it have a scent, it have a smell. The ladies, no matter how high the perfume is, I tell Chica, they have a scent, right? That is what it is. So when I get to know you, I be going out, I know your scent. You know, you ever put on your guy clothes and they say, he scent on it. Not the perfume, he scent. You wear the jersey or he pants or some kind of thing of him. And you know, nah boy, this he boy, this is him, right? You know what I mean? You catch it. Chica, you catch it.
Yeah.
I hear listening very
Right?
attentively.
So the scent, she can do it. So as my partner said, yeah, he agree with the scent test because it changes when you're active with another person. Women and all the time. Women have the nose too. You know what I mean? It's something women have the nose just like all have all the intuition. Right? So for me, the scent. That is how it is determined. If your body colliding and mixing, the scent is change. You understand though? That is the women only have to do it. Or they just do it, or they go come and hug up the man, smell the neck, and smell, or they just sniff too, or they just sniff clothes, or you just do it though. But you don't really understand why. You just do it. Women do that a lot, especially with man jersey. They put it on to sleepy a day because we said, yeah, right. So the place in the comment section, Candy, how you determine, you know, that kind of vibe. Shika, how would you determine? Abby, how would you determine that fact?
I think I understand. To
Even when you play around too, you know, hey, hey, spell that day.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I am.
And sometimes it wouldn't feel the same. Let's say that too.
Because you will know. It's something you can't explain because it is a higher sense. I would say, like, if you go in a car, right? You jump in a taxi and the person, you know, you just get a vibe. You know, I should come about this car. Or it's a higher sense that is beyond, you're smelling it, but it's still a higher sense. Women have intuition like that. But guys have it as well. You know what I mean? In the sense that they would smell. Even if you just come into contact with them, like you're working with somebody and you're passing through to one another, and you just pick up the person's scent to maybe the perfume or the sweat, or you're working close, you just pick it up. And all the women just quarrel plenty for that when it happens with men. Because like if when men meet
I
women, they
get
do
that.
this.
That happened to me once.
You see this? You see
Yeah,
that hug up
that
in the
happened
road
to
and
me once.
and they do this?
Yes.
And that woman like pass she
Yes.
head somewhere here. When that man reach home, or they just pick up that's it. Right, the back and all that. But you can't get it. You understand no?
Yes.
Pick that up somewhere.
It happened
Good
to me
evening,
already.
Sadao.
Yeah, yeah.
Today,
Yeah. Women, when it's happened with women a lot because
I,
when guys meet up with women, they talk. And then, like, they reach back home, you
I could understand that when, outwardly, but I mean, when time to go down to the deal,
You must know.
how,
You must know. If it's just like how you spend. Yeah, so.
I mean, if all right, if I've done it 6 months ago, and
So,
I'm a virgin, blah, blah. Go on, cheeks.
so there's my motherly life. She's saying only experienced men will know about scent. Are you telling an inexperienced young man to go around sniffing vagina?
Well, that listen, you gave it, I didn't say to go down there. If you was listening, we talking about the sense of the whole. Because I made reference to when a guy meets a girl on the road and she hugs him up, and her scent just remain. And then when he goes home and mama hug him up, it's like, what you want to talk to today? Because the scent of the person will still be on there. So I'm not even saying to go down there and start looking for scenarios. But in sexual activity, that is a scenario as well. You know what I mean? And 9 out of 10 you would know what the young lady smells like if you're going and doing those kinds of works. Abby?
Papa. Nobody better come at me sniffing me because I not in that.
Or if it's especially when they like to fall your nose in the chest. When all they're short. You know all they're short, just better hug up the tall man. Or let's fall your nose down in here and breathe in. Tell my line, all the ladies.
Probably.
All the ladies in the house. Chica, all the ladies,
Probably.
short ones, under 5'10".
I don't even think it matters because I think all ladies will be smelling.
All ladies will be smelling still.
Yeah. It don't matter the height.
What is do it? When all you hug, you know when you hug up, you just breathe in the person. You know what I mean? And you know what cologne you leave home with Abby. All you're real sensitive in all your nose too. All you know the cologne.
Well, I think
All
I'm
you
that
know.
good, but okay.
You know that, you know what he does smell like with the cologne and all too.
I remember Abby said she's been out of the game for a little while, eh? So when it is,
I'm
you know,
rusty.
And,
yeah.
right?
Rusty.
So all the place in the comment section, how was your first time? You know, we getting heavy and light at the same time. We're not trying to make this thing too rough.
What
Right?
does that mean, Andy? I said,
Right?
Nani.
So,
Oh, he may be talking about smelling all over.
right, so the disclaimer is Rasta is not telling anybody to go around telling anybody. This is the disclaimer. I am saying that normally you have an idea of what the person around smell like, whether it be the cologne without the cologne when they're sweaty. You know what I mean? So your nose will pick up a change if the person coming into contact with other people. Even if it's part of the hug or something and the person perfume remain on them or whatever, we are going as deep as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dali, how was your first time? How was it?
The first attempt was painful, so that was cut short. But on the second try, okay, I guess. Okay.
Was it romantic? Was it,
Nope.
you
Nope.
see? No.
No. Nothing fancy, nothing nice. I guess the usual Trini way. That's the best way of putting it.
What is that? The usual.
The usual Trini way. Your duck school.
Oh, okay. You went
Yeah.
and then you go somewhere and.
I guess the typical Trini way. But then again, I can't say it really was school because I was leaving school anyhow. It was Form 5. It was basically out the door.
Right.
So,
yeah. Dang.
Yeah. So
I don't know. If I was more,
to me, I would say it was alright. It was alright.
if I was more educated on it, then
Yeah, honestly and
probably
truly,
would have
I
been
would.
better. Yeah.
If I was more educated and not, I can't say not really in a hurry. Actually, yes, I would say I was in a hurry, but if I was a bit more educated, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, so sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes, you feel like some girls are actually, they do go in a rush. So you'll see that some of them actually have, their first time is when they are 12, 13. Some might be later down, 15, 16, 17, right? So for everybody, it's different. Some may be in their 20s, some in their 30s, some in their 40s. I mean, for everyone, it is different. And the thing about it is, we're talking about the midstand fact. So we spoke about the hymen, and then we also want to speak about the bleeding. So some persons expect that if it's a woman's first time, she must bleed, when that's not true. She may not bleed because she may be well lubricated, right? So there isn't any friction, there's no cause for any type of bleeding to happen, right? So, that is another myth, right? So as Abby, was that before the live or in the live? Was it pre-discussion where you say, you can't remember really bleeding, you know what I mean? So sometimes
I can't
it's
remember,
hard.
but I've known about the very well lubricated. I know that for a fact.
Right.
You can be to the point where it have no feeling, nothing, because if that lubricated, you ain't gonna feel anything. It's just
the guys have to say that part, whether the feeling, like, as I say, tight, or if it's feeling loose or whatever, right? So it's only guys could really say, unless you feeling maybe some kind of, like, you feeling like you really gripping, rather than you feeling like, if everything is hollow. I guess you will have that feeling as well, but I think the guys will feel it a little bit more, right? So Lion, you could jump in and say, but as for the bleeding, not everyone bleeds. So just remember that. Just remember, a person's hymen can be broken. It doesn't mean that they had vaginal sex before. They don't bound to bleed because they could be very well lubricated. There's no hash,
that
no
is
set
also
of friction,
they stopped giving out tampons in high school.
Right.
Because
that's another thing. As you say, tampons, as you said, tampons, Abby, tampons doesn't, because you use a tampon, it doesn't take away virginity. So that was the other thing. Right. So sometimes young ladies, they think that, okay, if they use a tampon and then when they actually go to have sex for the first time, the guy may think that they had sex with other guys, when that's not true. Some may not even go for a pap smear just to make sure they have no cancer cells. But we're talking about health. They forget about their health, just thinking because they are so focused on being this virgin, they don't even see about their reproductive health. So, young ladies, remember, your sexual and reproductive health is very important. I don't feel like I go in class there now, right? So that is important. So we need to do the checkups, right? And so that too, that is a real serious thing. So when it's okay. And another thing too is, you can choose. It is your right to choose when it is you want to have sex, who you want to have sex with, who you want to, let's say, give a virginity to, when it's because you're holding it in high esteem. That is your choice. And when you become,
I have to go and make myself. Make myself. Here.
You will decide. I celebrate now. If you had sex already and it stopped,
Going on
well,
tomorrow. I feel I'm going to the box and I'm ready to done, right?
You've
Yeah.
answered to that.
I'm going, yeah, that's not so good. I don't do this thing, but
I don't think it will happen.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So the first time Chica,
It
how
ain't
it
gonna
was,
happen.
how it was the first time. I think as Chica saying it's his choice, and once nobody is forcing you or putting you through any kind of, again, the choice based maybe on your beliefs as well, because some people have strong beliefs, and we
yeah.
respect certain belief systems. Right? So again, it's choice.
Yeah,
But
Candy, nobody's saying nothing is wrong. It is okay. And that's because it's a matter of choice. And because it's a matter of choice, you don't bound to have any, people always think about as penetration. But it's okay not to have anal, it's okay not to have oral, it's okay not to have vaginal
it's good
penetration.
if not to have
It's
nothing at
okay.
all. It's good
It's
if you
okay.
want to go through the life, prayer and supplication.
It's okay not to, if it is you choose not
I
to hug,
agree.
kissing, it have some people like that, no type of touch, no touching whatsoever.
Nothing wrong with
That's
that.
okay because that is your choice. And
Yeah,
we cannot be upset with people when it is they make a choice.
Right. Chica, I mean,
What?
so
Keep it as low
anybody
as you can, people, because it can sell for a lot of pennies.
behave yourself.
Have you all
So
ever
anybody
heard of the
gonna
girl
take
that
a
sold?
more of
I
chastity
don't want
now?
nobody selling me. Not
Anybody
that at
take a
all.
more of chastity? Anybody gonna take a more of chastity now since we have this discussion? I don't know. Let's ask it. Yeah. I don't know. Let's ask him. Anybody want to be chased?
No, because
Yeah,
that's
people
a
go and look
law.
up that definition and chase. I do not agree with the definition because they use unlawful, and as I said, unlawful is when it is a force, somebody a rape, somebody a groom, somebody. That is unlawful.
So for the Hunters Association population, only guys, the hunters, I would just like to say that when a young lady, decides to present the virginity, be gentle. You understand? This is me being a little more real in this scenario. If it is a young lady and it have some young ladies that, as we say in Trinity, bump the gum and, the lion are different. We're talking about a young lady who decides to go down that road. The Hunters Association, most of the time, ladies who are virgins will decide to give their virginity to a guy who have a little more experience because they want two people, what they're doing. And next thing, I don't know what you mean. No, it could be that they just want to deal with that gentleman. But fellas, I'm talking to the fellas though, be kind, right? And be gentle with the young lady. Because that could leave a stain in her mind of what that's supposed to be, a mental scar, it could be an emotional scar. And I know fellas who, you didn't have to do it like that. You could have take your time and be gentle and be kind. So fellas, if you know you have some ghosts on your back, you have some under your belt, we ain't proud of that. But at the same time, that's life and fellas, but if it is a young lady that decides to give you that vibration, be gentle and be kind and take your time because you want to go down you want the young lady to feel cared for. Yes, you might be a big shooter, start talking to the shooters. Shooters like, oh God, I being real, fellas like them kind of pips. We call that pips actually. So fellas, again, young men, we are the youth them that be on as well. So whenever you're looking at this, do not go on this slam bam thing and because she, and she cry and you come back on the block to tell them, boy, the girl fall off the place and she cry and no fella, I want you all to be gentle, I want you all to be kind. That might do so. Abi, what do you think about that?
Uh,
So
for
you
me,
want
ladies, girls, put on a panty. That's all I can say.
Do what? Put on a
Don't give
what?
nobody none. Be stingy.
Abby, so but you real good. So you want to do that? I see it,
You
right?
just
Abby was not stingy.
Abby, what
Based on what
you
Abby said, she was not
belt.
stingy.
Abby,
Abby,
you say an iron panty, that's a chastity belt. That's what they used to call it
Abby,
in medieval times.
Abby.
Yeah, I
So
don't mind
Abby
my
is
own now,
taking.
but I mean, I'm good now. Yeah.
After you enjoy all the way you
Yeah.
enjoy your button. Right?
What was that waste of damn
Yeah, but
time?
So, Abby, we had to have a serious discussion about you. We had to have, I'd have a whole reel to apply for Abby. Abby's disposition on bed. I feel like I would have hold a whole line with Abby's disposition on bed. I feel like going down this road. But fellas, again, if you know you have a little friend and you just call it a girlfriend, and you know she hasn't done anything and she not just bumping, she come and she decided now to give you the opportunity. I say that again, be kind and be gentle. Yeah, do not scar that young lady. You understand? Take your time.
Yeah, and make sure, and young ladies, make sure that they really believe that they're ready. Don't let any friend say, yes, girl, why you don't do the thing, right? Do not fall into,
Buy the condom yourself and carry.
do not fall prey
Even
to
if
the
I'm
peer
doing family
pressure.
planning, so yeah.
Buy the
Peer
condom
pressure.
if you get. You see that family planning thing? And anyway, what I say, if you can get it free, take it. But buy your condom, walk with your condom. You dig? Because you know it.
Yeah, make sure you're really ready and you
For some
make up
young
your
ladies,
mind.
they lose the virginity is the dating app. Yes, some young ladies lucky like that boy. The first time and
With
baby.
lucky with what? That is not luck.
Some
How is
yes,
that luck? How is
some
So
that
where
ladies
does
luck?
that
lucky
luck?
like
How
that.
is that luck, Lion?
Indeed, they're lucky.
Nope, 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 nope. It has
But
some people it's the first time and they know they get
yeah,
HIV.
that's why I say
Hey.
walk with the necessary
Mm-mm,
security.
mm-mm, mm-mm. So
So
some people had real bad. You see, some people first experience is either they get pregnant one time or they get a STD. And that definitely gonna make the experience even worse. Right? So
Yes,
as I
yeah.
said, young ladies, whatever age, you decide to give it up. I know I was at an age where it is I could make my own choice, like really mentally. I was informed and I was able to really make my own choice. It's not like I was forced and that type of way. So that's why I remember the clothes I had on and all these different things. It wasn't painful. I could remember. So it's like yeah. One and only. Time no more. That is a day. Yeah,
I want to
that was
forget.
it. Nobody else.
I
Yeah.
want to forget.
So I can't where's they say do comparison, right? So it's just one. That is it right there. So at least I could say that I did not have a bad experience because I wanted to rush early and as like talk about luck with having a child one time, I don't think that is luck for nobody. Because I might say, hey, let me try this, the condom burst, whatever, they try to do the pull out because we really wanted to try how it is feeling overall, as we say. And then they say, all right, we'll try pulling out, and then things go wrong. No. It's not effective. Rhythm method, not effective. They'll say, oh, well, my secretion at this time of the month, oh, it seems safe. No, don't even do that either. Not 100% effective. Forget about it. So please, let's make very informed decisions. As I said, our sexual and reproductive health is very important. So let's be careful. Guys, don't think because everybody's saying, yeah, you can hit that, and it's a girls, man. Careful. Because all this run wrong. You don't know where you're picking up what way. You understand? So, everybody make sure you be safe. Make sure you are the one making the choice and don't let anybody force you to, or don't let anybody say, you're doing something wrong because you choose to do that at a certain point in time. Once it's not rape, once it's not grooming, personal choice, all well and good.
Sorry, that.
Yes, Sonali. Sonali seemed like she was going to say something.
Yeah, I was. No, I was. I was gonna ask a question. The person who having the first time, if they were the ones who forced the ones who was experienced, would that be real?
That is interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
That will be the weirdest question I've heard for the past 35 years.
It could be, yes, it could be. No, it is. It just as I was saying, right, with the young men. Yes, it is. It could happen. Here's why.
That's not a confession.
What is this? I was just sexually assaulted by a young lady.
Okay, no, I shouldn't say force.
And she was a virgin. But that report never right. It's like, okay, come tell me what it is. And then, and they calling everybody. That report never going to make it no way.
No.
Here's what, right? Here's what.
I would like to retract my statement and edit it and say, not forced, peer pressured.
Peer pressure. Wait, just so.
Peer pressured.
Okay, give a scenario. Give a scenario. Is it female to male or is it male? Because yes, it is when you say virgin, we always a female to male.
Female to male.
Hey, that girl will be real hot, boy. That is so hot. She's so hot, she raped him, and she's a virgin, man.
Something not rape. Peer pressured. Saying politically correct term, peer pressured, not forced.
Gifted, boy.
She pressured him.
Because she wanted
because normally, once you alone, you don't even have to,
Wait. This familiar to me. Yeah, I could recall a young lady, pull up.
Familiar.
And she's like, nobody really check it. This song is not familiar, though. She pull up.
You went through something like that?
Yeah, she come. It's not, all right, it's like this. It did I can't coerce me now. I say that. I think it was, yes, she put on she sexy thing. And she nice wear, right? Whatever. And she pull up, she came. And she come, she think that she was a virgin. It's not like if I went, Abby, it's not like if I, normally the guy would be the one, like, initiating the thing.
Couple laps. You get through.
But like your crystal
you get through.
Yeah, that is really she actually, because it was I was like shocked, like what? No.
You get through, boy.
No, when I was thinking about it now. I was thinking it wasn't rape, but it was the
That's kind of
young lady.
When you think about it.
It was the young lady. She was a virgin, and she come to. So it's like I like what you serious? You sure? And I like I like so yeah, really. Sure.
Bucket list.
You get through, boy. You get through. That's all. Get through.
Good thing you asked that question. I never thought of it like that.
I just need to know. I just wanted to know.
I never thought of it like that. It's not a rape, but she actually came to do the deed. It's not like if the guy knows she's a virgin and like trying to get in. You know what I mean? It's not like if I was trying to.
It was known. It was known. It was known.
It was known.
It was known.
No, but it's interesting.
Yeah, but it is possible for a virgin, let's say a virgin male, to rape a female, eh?
I wouldn't say rape, but if they came.
No, it is possible for anybody, any virgin, as a matter of fact, whether it's me, because people think men, yeah.
When a man, she had to be first to begin with. I want how she overpowered.
He has to drug. That means she drug any person. Yeah, she have to drug or she really have to be strong. And it may be most of the time it's more like a buggering. rather than, you know what I mean? So that's why
Find your
a
well
lot of times. No, I'm just saying that is how it could happen. Remember, I'm the teacher for the class, you know, so I could say how it is. When that is why a lot of times when men go to make report, like the young man in Tobago recently, when it says he went to make the report that he was raped, is a serious thing. He was really raped.
We're talking about the virgin.
But I know, but the virgin rape, it could happen because let's say, just as I was saying, a guy, he wants to fit in, right? And he even know what he doing maybe, but I mean, remember, we are sexual beings, so it will come like basically naturally. We might fumble around, but
a woman.
Yeah, she had to real think and plan. Drugs, a lot of alcohol.
No, she had to give him some the sleep and a time release, either Cialis or either a Viagra time release. So he will have an involuntary erection. She had to know what she's doing.
Well, yeah, she have to know what she's doing.
And I think a virgin that kind of knowledge, boy. I think a virgin that kind of capability.
Well, if it is, but she wouldn't be virgin mentally because she well research and see how it is she could get the man to have an involuntary erection.
That's something real interesting.
Yeah, so we can continue this topic. Don't forget you all tomorrow, ladies' night. The topic is if it is you prefer an open relationship or a mutual monogamous relationship. Right? That's the topic for tomorrow night, ladies. What you want, open or monogamous?
The young lady really come for and say today's day. She really said today's day. That was interesting.
Poor Lion. He going back in memories.
Wow.
I don't know if it's poor Lion. Will you consider yourself poor, or was that when the young lady did that? Did you feel poor? Or?
The way he smiling, he was glad.
I like that whole journey, but
the way he's smiling, he glad. He real happy.
All right, so let me go on.
Later, people, it was nice.
Then we show them how we just mash up the whole Caribbean. They can't bad like we tell them they in another culture like this one. Who said they can mash up more than we? We give them us and show them how. Mad.